Our guest is Cam Davis. He is a basketball player for the Naval Academy, a midshipman from right here in Battlefield. He attended Kickapoo. And Cam, how are you, man?
Oh, I'm doing well, doing well. Very thankful to be on the call. I appreciate you letting me be here.
You bet. We had one of your teammates, Patrick Dorsey, on with us on Memorial Day. And I was looking at the roster, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I see all these names, and I'm like, Springfield, Missouri. Wait, Cam Davis? Oh, my gosh. So then my uncle, who is somewhat related to Mr. Dorsey, said, you need to get Cam on. I said, I know. So we've been working on it, and we're happy to have you on. So how are things going for you? What have you been doing this summer?
Yeah, no, everything's been going really well. I actually got back to school July 27th. Ended up getting COVID tested, but before that, I was totally just hanging out at home, trying to enjoy my time because I don't get a lot of time off with my family. That was awesome. But other than that, just trying to get in the gym where we can. You know, COVID-19 pandemic's been crazy, and especially ever since I got back, everything's really starting to ramp up here at the academy, trying to get ready for school. So it's been fun.
So what is your situation? Where were you guys on in that mid-March when the season abruptly came to an end?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Our conference tournament actually finished up the week before they canceled the NCAA tournament, and then ultimately all of the other sports that followed. So we were done already. But after that, I literally just got in the car, drove home 16 hours, and made sure I got to spend as much time with my family as possible.
Wow, 16 hours. That's a pretty good trek.
Yeah. It's no joke, that's for sure.
Yeah, I did 17 hours straight driving from Jupiter, Florida to St. Louis, and by the end of that drive, I'm sure you didn't do it straight, but maybe you did. At the end of 17, the lines were really starting to blur. I don't think I would advocate 17 straight hours, but, there's some level of peace you get when you're driving across the country like that.
I guess so. Trust me, my mom would not agree with you. She makes me split up the drive, so and she's listening off right now. So I'm sure, Mom, I didn't do it straight. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, no, and I didn't. But the funny thing was, when I came home, I didn't even tell them. They called me and I said, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And they said, "Are you in the car?" I said, "Yeah, I'm in Dayton, Ohio right now, and I'm coming home on I-70." And they said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm driving straight home." So it was just a funny altercation.
That's amazing. I bet they were happy to see you.
Yeah, they were. I was very happy to see them as well. It had been a long time coming, and I was just thankful to be home with everybody.
Cam Davis is our guest here on ESPN The JOCK. He is a Naval basketball player, Naval Academy basketball player. Give us a rundown. How do you like Annapolis, Maryland? I hear it's a beautiful portion of the country.
Yeah, Annapolis is it's a next level. Little town on the water. I can't say enough about it. You go outside the gates of the academy, and you're literally right in downtown Annapolis. Some of the best seafood I've ever had has come from this area, fresh every single day. The life is incredible. So if you want to have free time, they have shopping, gift shops, antique stores, like anything you really want, anything you're looking for, they have it here. It reminds me a lot of home too. Has population is relatively large, but kind of has that small town feel as well. So I really do feel right at home here.
How have you balanced the academic side of your student aspect, and then translating that into being a successful athlete?
It's difficult. I won't lie. The hardest thing that I had to learn was time management. I came from high school where it was very it was on you, and I kind of just ended up getting by. In high school, I had good grades and whatnot, but I really didn't take the time to, study or do anything like that. So whenever I got here, it was kind of honestly a smack in the face, to be honest. And I really had to, sit down, manage my time, plan out my days, and make sure that everything that I wanted to do was going to line up with how it's going to translate to me being an officer in the United States Navy whenever I commission. So, and then translating, you got to put in the time wherever you can, whether it's academics, military, or basketball. And, that's what I've tried to build myself on, especially in high school, and now it's kind of translated really well, so I felt very prepared.
So the Naval Academy, was that a difficult choice for you to make? Were any family members in the service, or how did you decide on ultimately becoming a midshipman?
Yeah, so my grandfather, he served in the United States Navy. He was enlisted during the Korean War, I believe. So he served, and he had nothing but good things to say about it. And other than that, I didn't have any family that had served in the military, or my uncle served in the military. I didn't have any family that served in the Navy. I apologize. But it really wasn't that difficult of a choice. I came out here, got to see the area. Whenever I came out to a prospect camp, they ended up offering me a spot on the team, which was fantastic. And then it was really just about my parents coming to see it, my parents making sure that they were comfortable with me out here. And then after that, it was all downhill from there. I committed once I got off the plane back to Kansas City driving home. So I was very, very excited about it.
Now, was your mom like, wait, are you really sure you want to do this? I mean, because this is a tremendous commitment.
Yeah. She was all on board with it. Both of my parents were. They knew what my goals in life had been long term, and this is really just not a 4-year place. This place sets you up for the next 40 years of your life, and I saw that, and they saw that too whenever they came out here, and I really wanted to own that, and they said, we support whatever you do, but I think they even told me, they said, I really think that's the place for you, and it was a really easy decision at that point whenever you have your parents telling you that this is probably the best place for you.
So, Cam, going into next year, and hopefully, fingers crossed, no interruption in the season, but we don't, nobody has a crystal ball. So, what was the situation? So, will you be going into your senior year or junior? I'm a little confused on that.
Yeah, so I'll be a senior next year.
Okay. And so you'll be kind of expected to be one of the premier leaders on this team.
Yeah, so I was actually lucky enough to be elected by my teammates as the captain of the team this year, which was, a tremendous honor, especially since the captain has a couple of military responsibilities they have to take care of in the dorm and everything like that. So it was really a blessing to be nominated by my teammates for that. But yeah, it's been one heck of a ride. I've gotten to play since I was a freshman, and I'm just looking forward to getting out there with my guys. I don't know how well my leadership skills are translating right now, especially since we're kind of in this dead period. But hopefully I can, do whatever I can to, not only help our team prepare, but help our team win as well whenever we get to that point.
How do you feel like the Naval Academy has made you a better athlete and in that same sentiment, a leader as well? I mean, are there qualities that they train you for and to be able to handle this position?
Yeah, so first off, athletic-wise, I came in I was sitting around 166 pounds, and then we did our 6-week, it's called Fleet Summer. It's kind of like an introductory into, the military, get you accustomed to the culture and whatnot. And I put on 20 pounds right there, and it was and that really started to change my body. I was eating a lot, and I really started to realize how much fuel I have to put in my body to, be the athlete I want to be. So my body started to change tremendously. And then after that, athletically, we have one of the best strength coaches in the country, I believe. Brandon Spade, he's, truly incredible. Everything that he does is geared towards basketball. My verticals increased every single year. I felt more comfortable, doing things that I normally wouldn't do because I wasn't comfortable with my body yet. But he's changed my body. Before and after pictures, get to see your progress, numbers, all of that. So it's tremendous. So athletically, it's awesome. And then gym access is, really, really unlimited, honestly. You can get in whenever you want. If you have time in between classes or you want to, just order food to the gate and then just stay in and shoot until the food comes. Like, there's plenty of opportunity to get better. But leadership-wise, yeah, we actually go through every year we have leadership courses actually that we're required to take here to graduate. And it's just kind of cool to see the philosophy behind different ways of thinking, and then ultimately being able to apply those things to your leadership style. They're basically just giving you this big tool bag when you come in, and they're filling it with stuff every single year. So it's been really cool to kind of learn a lot more about myself, what I like, what I don't like, and what I need to work on as well. So it's really kind of transformed my leadership capabilities, I think.
Cam Davis is a basketball player heading into his senior year, a midshipman for the Naval Academy. Basketball was sort of instilled in your life. Both your parents played at Missouri S&T.
Yes, sir, that is correct. From the time I was about 5 or 6 years old, I started playing basketball. didn't really love it like I loved football when I was young, but man, that didn't work out for me. I'll tell you that. So I was very thankful to my parents put the ball in my hand early.
Now, wasn't there some talk you could have, from what I understand, wasn't there opportunity for you to continue your football career as well?
Yeah, well, no, not me. My brother actually plays. He did play on the last couple of years. He played at Missouri S&T actually for football. I quit after 8th grade year. I wasn't the biggest guy. Didn't like contact with pads on because people just recklessly throw their bodies around. It's not very controlled. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to pass on this. So I definitely took the opportunity to play basketball instead.
Well, I was joking earlier in the hour. I said, it makes me feel old that you're going into your senior year at the Naval Academy, because I recall the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association little all-star game at Drury University between the St. Louis All-Stars and the Kansas City All-Stars. And, I mean, you guys were putting on a show back and forth. That was one of the most loaded, two pairs of teams I think I can recall ever being on a gym together.
I do remember that. That was actually a blast. We ended up losing that game, I think, which is ridiculous. I don't know how we ended up losing, but no, yeah, great memories from that. Yeah, that was definitely fun to play with those guys.
When you look back on your Kickapoo high school career, what stands out the most?
I would just say, honestly, the work that I put in every single day. I didn't really have that many opportunities. I didn't get to play my freshman year. I played on the junior varsity team, which isn't bad at all. Like, don't get me wrong. I had a great opportunity. And then my sophomore year, I wasn't happy with the time that I was getting. I was coming in about 10 minutes a game out of 32 minutes, which, I mean, I was a young cat. Coach went with experience, which is fine. But I think it was just after that point, it just kind of put that chip on my shoulder. And me and my coach had a conversation about that a couple of weeks ago. We were just reflecting on it. I said, Coach, you did the most important thing that anybody ever did for me, and that was put that chip on my shoulder and make me the underdog that I needed to be, because I thought I was right. I thought I was, better than whoever, and I was riding high, and I should not have been doing that. So he really kind of transformed my mindset and put me into, just put me in the gym, gave me the resources, and after that, I just started putting the work in, and I think the results really are starting to pay off now.
Cam, obviously in some uncertain times right now, there's great uncertainty in almost every phase of life, but I would guess that the Naval Academy prepares you for that uncertainty maybe more so than just your generic state college. It has to, right?
Absolutely. It's definitely one of those places that kind of throws uncertainty at you, to be honest. It's not a place it has a bunch of structure, but it's not a place that's going to be, necessarily the same thing every day. You're going to have, a bunch of different things to manage, whether it's, a brief or like a military training, or whether it's, different watch standing positions that you have, or whatever it is. They're just going to throw stuff at you constantly, because that's what's going to happen when you get out into the fleet, to actually be a leader. Like, you're going to have people that you're leading, and there's going to be guys that come to you with different problems, and it's your job to really help them solve them, and it's your job to really be that steady force that they have. So,
what time does your day start usually?
Usually in season, I would say in season it's a little later just because we need more sleep. So in season about 7, but other than that, preseason lifts usually about 5 o'clock.
Wow, tremendous dedication. You gotta love it, don't you?
There's some days you question it, but yeah, I do.
Once you're up and going, then it's like, yes, I do love it. But that initial wake up, I bet when that alarm goes off, there are some days where you'd like to hit the snooze button. But you know what? That's why you are who you are, with the dedicated lifestyle that you have committed to. So post basketball, what is your commitment with the Naval Academy?
Yeah, so I am serving. Well, the obligation is 5 years active duty service after you graduate from this institution. And there's a multitude of different options that people can choose from, actually. So Marine Corps, Navy, aviation, submarines, surface warfare, SEALs, explosive ordnance, you name it, we got it, honestly.
Well, I think on behalf of the entire community and certainly myself, we are extremely proud of you, man. You're doing awesome work, and I'm looking at your photograph here on the NavySports.com, and You're sharp and you got a lot going for you, and I'm envy of your dedication to being great. So congratulations, have a kick-ass senior year, and go Navy, man.
Hey, go Navy, beat Army. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You got it. Thank you, sir.